This is tough, guys, and I'm already feeling overwhelmed. I'm already getting emotional, and to even talk about this topic is just like it's a lot for me because I feel like I really don't express it, or I just try to keep it buried, if that makes sense. But I feel like it's just a lot of energies out here trying to tell my story, trying to portray me as something other than what God made me, right? And it sucks, right? It hurts. So we're gonna hop in how my unhealed child wounds affected or almost cost me my life, right? I'm sitting here lighting sage because Lord knows I'm needed. I guess I should start off as a childhood, right? As a child, I guess I should start. Look, and my words is just all discombobulated, and it's because I felt like I didn't need to tell my story, but I feel like there's no other way. So, I was born in Little Rock, right? I was raised in Milwaukee. Shout out to my hometown. I know very little about Little Rock. I'm not really familiar with it. I do know we moved to Milwaukee around the time that the government, I would say, was being very nice to the people, right? And it was a lot of benefits. So a lot of people were, including my parents, did run to Wisconsin for the benefits. I don't really recall a lot of details growing up due to the blockages that I received, but I'm gonna tell it as best as I know, as best as I remember. At an early age, and I'm talking like 6, 7, my mom was not able to take care of me, and my aunt basically chose a man over me and my sister. So we had to go into the system very early. And if you know the system, it's the foster care system. So we went there and we were together for a while. But my sister, she's like 2 years older than me. We stayed bumping heads. And just looking back, because I'm 35 now, looking back at the story, I just knew she was hurt. I knew she had so much trauma and pain. And she knew what was going on. And I was more of the in denial child, right? I was more of the, oh, we just going to a friend's house. Like, mama come and get us, right? But as time went on, you know, as time went on, I didn't progress. Like, I remember being at one of the visiting locations. They had like, it was like a visiting site. And a lot of people, a lot of kids that are in the system, they would go to like a building with plenty toys, books, and they would wait for their biological parents to come see them and visit them. And I feel like that's when my life stopped, right? Because going to those visitations and realizing the person that birthed you, realizing the person that was supposed to be there for you, realizing the person that was supposed to love you wouldn't show. And I feel like that's when my abandonment issues started. Like, and I remember like waiting at the window. I remember waiting at the door. I remember putting my life on pause for some sense of love, some sense of mama gonna be there, right? And my sister, girl, let's go play. Like, mama ain't coming. But nope, I stayed and I waited. I waited and I waited and closed the door. And she never came. So as my life progressed, like through elementary, through middle school, through high school, it was always some sense of abandonment, some sense of, why wasn't I good enough? Why didn't my mom, why didn't my dad, why did they leave me like that? Why did they allow so much pain to enter into my life? Like, I'm talking about, I was fighting demons at an early age. I was fighting people, grown men. And it's not the fighting that you think I'm talking about fighting. I remember going through maybe like 7, 8 foster homes, maybe like 2 group homes. And then I finally got adopted at 13. I am skipping some of the stories, some of the lines, because I don't really want to make it long, but I want you guys to understand how my childhood wound really affected me. Even now to this day, like, I tend to look at relationships and it's just like, I still have that sense of abandonment. I still have that sense of, if I hold on a little tighter, if I hold on a little longer, they'll stay. And then I realized, like, somewhere in between the line, the ball got dropped. And once again, I'm left in that visiting room waiting, right? So, yeah, just growing up, my life was stunted. Growing up, I didn't understand. I don't even think, like, just even talking about it now, I don't even think I even gave myself a childhood, right? I don't think, like, a lot of stuff I don't remember. Like, I packed it down so bad. Like, I tried to forget it. I tried to ignore it. I just didn't want to see pain, right? I just felt like, and maybe it was my spirit team protecting me, because they knew I would have been destroyed. They knew the devil would have came and knocked me right out the box. And I feel like that's why they protected me, by voiding out so much pain that happened in my life. So many delays. And, like, I know one day my sister's gonna read this or see this, and she can testify to everything that I'm saying. But you can sit us both in the room together, and she can remember from verbatim everything that happened, from Little Rock to us finally, or first moving to Milwaukee, and us being in group foster home after foster home, but eventually they separated us. Like, when I tell you my sister was a savage, she was a savage. She was the type that she knew what was going on, right? She knew what type of circumstance we were in. And little old me, just so in denial, like, nope, I'm staying stuck, because I know one day my mama gonna come get me. I know one day my dad gonna come get me. And it didn't happen when I was a child. It didn't happen. So I didn't know what love was. And everybody that came into my life trying to give me love as a child, I'm talking about I was going into group homes and foster care. It's like, oh, you're my new mom? Do I call you mom? Not even knowing the enemy that she's sleeping with is basically taking my innocence. But to have some type of love, to have some type of comfort, I guess I was looking in all the wrong places, right? So yeah, that's the introduction of my life, right? And how it started. Yeah, so unhealed traumas, childhood wounds can affect your life. It can put you in a dark space. And as I continue on with my story and tell you part by part, you guys will see how the devil almost took me out. You guys can see how I actually lost faith, not only in myself, but God. You guys will understand why I chose the life and what I was misled by, right? You guys will understand, like, and I guess it's like you guys understand it, but it's me actually coming to terms. And just me having this conversation with you guys, me opening up, it's a lot. It's taking a toll on me right now. But I feel like in order for me to completely heal and move on, my side of the story has to be told. So I guess stay tuned to part 2.